Hey everybody, so tonight Dawn and I are going to be playing a 1v1 game of Wildhearts Academy. My name is Chase, I am the Director of Communications for the Wildhearts team, and Dawn here is our brand manager. So we thought we'd get a game in for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoy this. This is just a 1v1 friendly game here. And we're going to be using the dummy cubes tonight. We're no rival, just a casual game.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely wanted to show off a two-player game because of those dummy cubes. I think it makes it so much more interesting and just a little bit different than a three-person or four-person game, or even including rivals. So definitely wanted to show this off for you all.
Indeed. And speaking of starting us off here, since you did win our last game, I think that makes you first player.
Okay, we can do that. All right. Well, if you're ready, I will go ahead and
Oh,
start
who
things
are you
off.
playing?
Oh, yeah, I guess we should cover that. I actually chose my favorite, which is Gabriella and Hiss.
Okay, yeah, she's all about stunning stuff. Stun the highest value card, then play a card from your hand. And I am going to be playing as Javi and Ray. This was actually the very first character I ever played for Academy, and it's been a while since I tried him out, so I think I can do him a little bit better justice than in my first initial few games way back with Javi and Ray. So this is going to be my redemption arc right here tonight. And yeah, I'm all about playing the best boys, so doggos for life.
That's right, doggos are best. But you know what's even better? Is a jelly cane.
Yeah, yep.
Gotta love the jellies.
Jellies are incredibly powerful. And you know what?
I'm gonna get 2 mastery.
I like that play so much, I'm just going to copycat you.
That's fair. It's a good play.
It is. It's very non-committal.
Yeah, but it's still a solid option. And I think it's so solid that I'm actually gonna do it again.
Wow.
And I'm gonna shift over to the right, so I'm gonna pick up 2 more mastery.
Crazy. So your mastery ability is going to be online then. Super scary for me. At least all my stuff is tied, so I can just pick whatever I want, if you so choose. So, well, some of my plays are a little more limited right now. But you know what? Speaking of non-committal, I'm just going to play a warder here, so that way I can prepare 1. And I don't think I need to take the Fury Potion for the supplant, because I'm already doing a lot of supplanting with my own abilities here. So maybe we go for something else. You know what, let's just grab this Earth Bauble. It might come in handy.
All right.
Oh, the Surging Strike. As soon as everyone sees the Surging Strike, they're like, ooh, I like that card.
I do like the Surging Strike. I do indeed. Does that change my plan at all? Is the question. You know what? I think I'll go for it. I like your play, the non-committal. We'll go for the warder. Shift everything out to the right again, and I'm gonna prepare that Surging Strike.
Very good.
And then for my exiting effect on the Shot of Herb, I will. It did exit from the 3 slot, so I'm gonna get 2 power cubes, which I can put into either the village in the red or the summit in the blue. And, I could tie if I go in the village, but I kind of like trying to go for the summit here.
Okay. Well, I don't like my jelly sitting in the 2 slot without any protection, so I want to go ahead and get it moving along here. I'm going to play a Lady Seer, so we can push all these guys down a little bit. And that's going to let me throw out a quick power, and these dummy cubes definitely is going to make it a little bit more difficult potentially here. So let's go here, nice and simple. And then my other Lady Seer is actually going to exit. I think I'm just going to supplant one of your cubes down there with one of my own.
I love how you says this is a friendly casual game, and then you started out by supplanting one of my cubes.
Yup. And draw 1, discard 1, so I'm going to toss this Shadow Herb here. Yep, I mean, Ray and Javi, they're all about supplanting, so you know what? Let's just lean into it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and use my mastery ability for 3 mastery cubes here. So I will stun each opposing highest star value card, and then play a card from my hand.
Okay. Since all of mine are of equal value, I'm just going to do this warder that's on the wrong side.
Okay. Well, then the card that I will play from my hand is a Shadow Herb. So I will stun each opposing 2 slot, so your other warder gets stunned.
Wow. Okay. No VP for me.
And I am going to switch out and exit to the left this time and get 2 more power cubes, either in the glade or village. And I think I will try my hand in the glade here.
Okay. Well, now that your Terror Chick is out of the way, I want to play a Shadow Herb of my own and hit your Jelly Cane.
Oh, all right.
And I'm going to be pushing out one of my own here. So let's move this. And then when my Jelly Cane leaves, I can grade 1 from my discard or my preparation area. I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and ditch one of these guys here. Yeah, I think I'll do the herb because I like the push out effect more of the Lady Seer here. So, and just kind of cycle out some of these starter cards and keep my more powerful ones in. And that's it for me.
All right. I am going to play one of these bubble tactics, and we will go ahead and go out to the left again. So when it enters, I get a mastery cube, and then the warder exiting, I'm going to gain 1 VP, but it didn't exit from 3, so I don't get another mastery there.
Okay then. I think now's the time to go ahead and play this second Jelly Cane of my own. We'll push out this stun card, and I'll grab myself 2 mastery. Your go.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and play the second bubble tactics, and again push out to the left here. So I'll get another mastery, and then I will get 1 power cube in either the glade or the village for my Shadow Herb leaving. So I kind of like going into the glade here.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for me to go ahead and activate my mastery ability before I have to pass the turn. So I'll get rid of 4 here. I get to supplant 2. So I could either go for a 3-way tie in the glade, or I can try to get some more over here in the summit just for some raw points. That's a tricky one. Because I get rid of 2 there, and then I'd go up to 4. Yeah, it seems a little excessive though. You know what? Let us just... I'm going to supplant 1 of each. 1 dummy and 1 of yours. So that's the only way I could tie for first, is to literally make all 3 of us equal. Your go.
I like it. All right. Well, I am actually out of cards, so I have to pass.
You are. I believe... Oh, did you summon? How'd you have less cards than me? Oh, it's because Javi and Ray, of course. I didn't play a card last round because Javi and Ray, unlike your mastery, I don't have to play a card from my hand after I activate. So, awesome. Okay, so we're tied there. So then I do have a chance to get a little sneaky here. I've got 1 last card in my hand. I'm going to play this Petalamander. We're going to kick out this Lady Seer. The Petalamander is going to allow me to draw 1 card and then immediately discard 1 card, which is going to be the one I just drew. And the Lady Seer here is going to let me supplant. I can either supplant in to get the first place over here, or I could supplant and tie for first place in the summit. But if I do that, then you would get second place in the summit. So I think the play here is to actually tie the dummy cube first in the village to get 3. I think
sneaky indeed.
Yes, I think that is the play. And then the Lady Seer also allows me to draw 1 card and then discard 1 card. So really cycling through my deck ahead of you there a little bit. Okay, and that's going to be the round. So you can go ahead and prepare first since you're a first player for winning the glade there. We'll both get 5 VP as well.
Some pretty good choices here in the study. I kind of feel like I can't go wrong no matter what I do, but I think I want to go for this Rapture.
Yeah, that Rapture is looking pretty good. Let's see. Well, I don't really like drill attack in a 1v1 game. I'm not going to get a lot of value there. You know what? I am going to go ahead and grab this Fury Potion. Just because we do have the dummy cubes, I do feel pretty good about grabbing that Fury Potion. Okay, and then we'll go over here to the village. which I will take 3V. And I believe I actually take the first player token on this. Even though there is a tie, technically I'm tied with a dummy cube player who is not a real player. So normally in the event of a tie, though, it does not transfer to another player. So just keep that in mind. And then in the summit here, dummy cube wins the 7 points. I'll get 4 and you'll get 1. Okay. Ooh, foresight. That's a good one. Okay. So then I'll go ahead and draw my 2 prepared cards, and then I'll draw 4 more. But I've only got 3 cards left in my deck, so that means I immediately get to grade a card. And you know, that Javi one looking real good. Jungle Tactics gonna get me some good VP, but losing it also is a bit of a bummer. But I think that's gonna be the one. I'm probably wrong on that. I'm sure. Man, I can't do it. I think I'm better off just grading the Terror Chick and keeping the Javi. If I was in a later round, then probably be a different story. Okay, and then draw 1 more. Okie dokie. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this Earth Bauble in play here for myself. So we'll kick out the herb, just because I could really go for some good protection. And then the herb, if it exited from 3, which it did, I get to add out 2 power somewhere. And I think I'm just going to throw those over into the village. There we go. Here we go.
Well, I think I'm going to start things off by using my mastery ability again and stunning each opposing highest star value card, and then playing something from my hand.
Oh, wow. Interesting choice. So that will be my Earth Bauble here, is going to get the stun, and I can gain a play effect of any card in my plan. So I can either gain 2 mastery with my Jelly Cane, or I can get the draw 1, discard 1 from the Petalamander. I think the Jelly Cane is definitely the way I want to go, though.
That's definitely a good choice. I like it. All right, the card I'll play from my hand is going to be the Surging Strike.
Of course.
Of course it is. It's got to be. So I am going to get a power cube for each card in my hand, which is 5. I am going to place them in the summit.
Boom.
And then the Bubble Tactics exiting from the left is going to give me another 2 power cubes in either the glade or the village. And I think I will tie things up over here in the village.
Oh, wow. All right. Interesting choices here. Let's see. I see a card I really like out there. I'm going to play a Warder. I'm going to push out this Jelly Cane, so I'll have to grade something. Now, I could grade whatever I grab off the Warder, but I think thinning out these lower value cards is going to be the better way to go. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this Foresight. I like Foresight a lot. Being able to copy those effects is really good. And then my Jelly Cane here, I think I'm just going to, yeah, go ahead and get rid of this herb, because it's literally the only card I have in my discard. So by get rid of it, I, of course, mean grade it. Here we go.
Okay. All right. I am going to go ahead and play I think a Petalamander here. I'm going to exit out from the right-hand side. So I'm going to get to draw and discard. I'm going to discard the other Petalamander. And then I will get to, from the Jelly Cane exiting, I will get to grade a card from my discard or preparation area. So I'm going to go ahead and grade my Bubble Tactics here.
Interesting.
And then I also, from the Surging Strike passive, I also get a power cube when I play a card from my hand. So I am going to play another cube into the village.
Oh, no. Okay. Wow, you got a lot of cubes out there. All right, we got to start making some plays here. And by that, I mean probably not. I'm just going to play out my defensive card here. And I'm just pushing out this Petalamander. I know, not exciting there, but I really don't want to push that Warder to the left. So this is the play I'm making. Your go.
I'm going to... I think we're going to go ahead and play this Lady Seer, and I'm going to push out to the left here, and I'll get a power cube for playing the Lady Seer, and then the Bubble Tactics exiting, I will get 2 power cubes, so I will place those in the glade as well. And tie for first over there.
Wow. Okay. Goodness. Rocking first place in every field right now. Well, we gotta change something up here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play out this Fury Potion. We're kicking out that stun card there. So this is gonna let me supplant 2 as well as gain 1 mastery. Question is, where is the best place to supplant? I can do the same thing that I did before in the prepared area. I can keep the first player token. I could go down here, but that's not a ton of value there. If I supplant 2 of yours, I'll still be in last place, and it'd still be 2 off from being able to do another one.
This is not the area you're looking for.
I mean, the choices are difficult for sure, and you still have 3 cards in your hand. That means 3 more triggers of your Surging Strike. So wherever I supplant, like, you can just instantly gain back. So it's very tough. But I think I am going to go for the summit here. I'm going to take 2 of yours away and then supplant in 2 of my own. Your turn.
All right. Well, I think I will... I think I'm going to go ahead and play this Warder and prepare 1. And I'm going to prepare the Owl Illusion. And then I will get to play a cube. Nothing happens with the Patalamander from exiting, but I do get to get another cube when I play a card from my hand from that Surging Strike. So let's go ahead and play 1 back in the summit and tie for first again there.
Yep. Okay. I got a simple play here. I'm just playing a Patalamander. Push out that Warder there. This is going to let me draw 1 card, discard 1. Interesting. I think I'm going to discard this Terror Chick since I do have a shield currently. And then my Warder going out, I gain a VP, and if it exits from 3, which it did, I gain a Mastery, which is exactly how much I need to activate my ability. But that's for a later turn. Here we go.
All right. I am going to play this Terror Check, and I am going to bump out to the right this time. So just play a little defensive here, but I do get another power cube with the Surging Strike. So I think this one I am going to I'm going to solidify that summit there.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and activate my mastery. So I'll spend 4, and this will let me supplant 2. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna keep on going after that summit here. So I'm gonna drop in 2, and then we'll pull out 2 of yours. Your go. Oh yeah, yeah, right. The order was from last round. Okay.
And play my last card here, which is a Rapture. And I am going to, again, let's see. I am going to bump out to the right.
Interesting.
Okay, so I am going to get 2 cubes. I don't have any mastery to pay, so I cannot supplant in the same field. But I still get 2 power cubes, which I will place in the summit. We're fighting for the summit here.
We sure are.
And then the Surging Strike is still in my plan area. So I do still get the passive effect of when I play a card, I get to play a power cube here. So let's go ahead and just throw that in the summit as well.
Okay. All right. Well, that was pretty rough. And I'm now, after you played it, I do remember you had that Rapture. So that is on me there. So I gotta be kind of careful here. But actually, kind of an interesting play. So I'm going to play the Lady Seer here. I'm going to kick out my defensive card. The Lady Seer is going to let me drop in a cube anywhere I want. Unfortunately, that Surging Strike, you went all in on the summit. I was kind of hoping you were going to, like, maybe throw it somewhere else just in case. Because I could have tied you by dropping this there. But now I can't because you have 6. And also interesting enough, though, I don't know what I'm going to draw off of this Jungle Tactics. Each student gains 1 mastery, and then draw 1. So we'll both gain a mastery, but only I get to draw. But I have to put this cube out before I draw, which is the scary part. So think I'm just going to be as safe as I can and then put it in the village. I'll keep the first player token and I'll tie you at least for first, so I'll have 3 VP over just the 1. But then I get to draw a card, so maybe it's something I can use. Oh, that's a real kick of a card I drew into. So I could do that. That's pretty crazy. Oh gosh, if I had known I was going to draw this, I would have put that cube somewhere else. But you're passed, so I'm going to go ahead and drop it. It's a second Lady Seer.
Oh.
So I can play a cube out for her. So it's going to put me up to 5. And if I had placed that other one there, that would have put me to 6, tying you. But the Fury Potion here does gain me 1 power equal to the number of mastery I have. I have 1. So I put 1 more cube over there, and I at least tie you in the summit so you can't gain a big lead on me. Yeah, what a play that was. Okay. And then I will pass as well. So you'll take your 5 VP and prepare a card for winning the Glade.
Alrighty. I think I want to prepare this other Fury Potion here.
Why? Why would you ever want to do that?
Well, with all these dummy cubes and we're battling it out, supplanting is a little extra good in this scenario.
It does seem to be play of the game this time around. Then so for the village here, we'll both take 3 VP, and I will keep the first player token. And then we'll both take 7 VP for tying for first in the summit. All right, and still a very close game here, so just 1 point off from each other. I'll go ahead and draw my prepared card. I've got 2 cards left in deck, so I'll draw those 2. And then I've got to grade a card and shuffle up so I can draw 3 more cards here.
And I am doing the exact same thing, so I'm going to be grading my Surging Strike.
Wow. It is pretty big VP there, for sure.
Yep.
I think, man, I kind of thinking about doing this Earth Bauble. God, that exit effect on the Earth Bauble is so good, though. But I think I'm just going to do the Terror Chick because I've got my Jungle Tactics. Actually, no. I'm going to actually get rid of a Jungle Tactics because we're going into round 3 now, and Jungle Tactics graded is worth 3 VP over 0 owned. So it makes the most sense to me. There's 1 card I'm really hoping to draw. We did not get it. Cool. All right. So you ready? I'm kicking things off.
Go for it.
Okay. I will play Foresight, and I think I'm going to kick to the left here and get my camera to work with me here, and reveal a card from my hand, gain its play or attack effect here. And I think the card I want to reveal is my Jelly Cane, so I'm going to get 2 mastery. And then I kicked out a stun card, so no exit effect for me. Here we go.
All right. I think I am going to kick things off with... Let's kick it off with the Illusion, and we're going to shift out to the left here. So, with the Lady Seer exiting, I get to supplant and then draw and discard. So I will supplant one, either the Glade or the Village. Let's go for the Village and tie for that first. And then I get to draw and discard. And I think I'm going to discard this Terra Chick here. And then the Illusion, each time I draw and discard, I get a power cube. So I'm going to place that over in... Actually, let's place it in the summit.
Good old summit.
Yep. Love the summit. Gotta go for the summit.
Right. Okay. I think I just want to get this Bauble in play here. And I'm going to kick to the left. So we'll kick out this Lady Seer. So I get to supplant 1 and then draw 1, discard 1. And definitely some choices for sure. Now it's got to go either the Glade or the Village. And I think I'm going to go for the Glade here. I think that's my play. And that goes away. And we also draw 1, discard 1. And let's do... It could still be useful. I'm also going to discard a Terror Chick. Your go.
Right. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to play this Fury Potion. And I am going to kick things out to the left again. So I get to supplant 2 and I get a mastery. So there's my second mastery, and I am going to supplant 2 of the white cubes from the summit. And then the Rapture exiting. Each opponent may give you a mastery or 1 VP. If not, stun each of their ferocity cards.
Interesting. Okay.
And you have 3 out there, so...
Well, first, you're doing an attack here, so that's going to go after my Earth Bauble. I think I will give you... Ooh, a Mastery would... That's not good. I'll give you a VP. I think it's the least impactful of all of those choices there. So
All right.
powerful, though. Now then... My go?
Well, your Earth Bauble gets stunned, right?
Well, because the attack
So-
is targeting the ferocity cards.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm actually not 100% certain on that. Okay, so quick clarification on the Rapture here on this exit effect. Because it is leaving, the attack is attempting to go off. I have an Earth Bauble, so my Earth Bauble will basically prevent any of the other negative effects from the card. So I'll actually get my VP back. But it will have to trigger my Earth Bauble. So stun this card instead, gain the play effect of any other card in your plan. And I was also curious because I had other ferocity cards. I wanted to make sure I could trigger my other cards, like my Foresight. So if I lost all of my ferocity cards, so just some good clarification there on that. So I will go ahead and trigger my Foresight with my Earth Bauble, reveal a card in my hand, which you know what I'm going to reveal. It's going to be my Jellycane again. So I'm going to get 2 more Mastery Cubes. That's actually going to fill me up there at 5. And my play?
It is.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and since we're capped out on Mastery, we don't want to risk losing out on any Mastery. Let's go ahead and spend 4 to activate my Javi and Ray here to let me supplant 2. And well, you better believe we're going to go for that summit down there. So I'm going to take off 2 of yours for 2 of my own. And I guess Javi and Ray is going to come join. Okay, your go. Go ahead.
Okay. I think I am going to now play... Let's go for a Shadow Herb. And I'm going to kick out to the left here. So I will stun your opposing 2 slots.
There's my ladies here.
There it is. Then the Owl Illusion is going to exit, giving me 2 supplant and draw a card. So I am going to... I think I'm going to supplant both of yours. Nope, sorry, not both. One of yours, and I'm thinking both of mine. But one of yours and one of the white cubes in the glade there.
Okay.
And then I will draw a card.
Ooh, a free draw. No discard. That always feels good.
That's right, yeah. Owl Illusion is pretty sweet in some games.
Okay. Well, I think I'm freed up to go ahead and play my Jellycane again. So let's go ahead and do that. And gain 2 Mastery for the 3rd time this round. And then Foresight, discard the top part of any deck, gain its exit effect, or gain VP equal to its own value. I'm of course going to do the study here. Ooh, we got the Earth Bauble. Unfortunately, does not have a leave effect. Not in the traditional sense. It has an attack. So I guess I'm just going to gain 1 VP then. A little bit lackluster on that one. I was hoping for something a little bit better, and it is discarded. So it is your go.
All right. I am going to... play out a Bubble Tactics, and I'm going to push out to the right. So I will gain a Mastery, and then the Warder exits from the 3 slots, so I am going to get 1 VP, and I'm going to get a Mastery. And it's your turn.
Okay. I'm looking at my plans here, and I think I may have something not great. Not great, to say the least here. So, no way at the moment of getting another Mastery point this round, which I could really go for. Just play that, and then 1, 2 would not go far enough. So, we're going to do something different then. I'm going to play a Petalamander. We're going to push to the left. That's going to go away, and I get to draw a card and discard a card. That's very amusing. I think now might be the time to discard this. Discarding this so that way we can make sure we get it graded. And your go.
All right. I am going to use my mastery. No, actually, I'm going to save that. Hold on. I am going to play out a Lady Seer, and I am going to send things out to the left.
Ah, yes, yes.
So I'm going to get a power cube for the Lady Seer, and we're going to play that into the summit there to tie up things for first. And then on the Fury Potions exit, I get to gain power cubes equal to the number of mastery I have, which is 4.
Hence you wanting to wait.
Yeah. I am going to throw 4 cubes over into the glade because I have to choose either the glade or the village. So we'll just secure that over there, and that should be it.
Fair enough. Think, therefore I am. All right, I'm going to play another Jelly Cane, which is what I drew off of that Petalamander, so really lucked into that one. It was a good top deck. And then our Jelly Cane is getting pushed out, and so then we are going to go ahead and grade that card that we discarded off the Petalamander. So it actually worked out into a very nice set of little combos there. And that's it for me. Back to you. I know I don't have much board threat up there in the, but I'm doing some cool plays by myself over here.
Hey, sometimes that's how the rounds go. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, you know what? I also like Jelly Cane. I think I'm going to play one for myself as well. And I'm going to move things out to the right this time. And so I'll gain 2 mastery.
Just one, though, because you're going to hit the cap. Yeah.
That's right. So I will gain 1 mastery to put me at 5. And then I will get the exit effect of the Terra Chick, which is 2 more power cubes into the village or the summit. Now I'm going into the summit.
Of course. Womp womp. Goodness, if I could summon right now with 2 Petalamanders in play. Oh, if I had Michelle, we'd be on fire.
That's right.
But I don't, so here we are.
You have a lot of mastery over there, though, to use
I do.
Poppy's mastery ability.
I'm going to go ahead and use it. Now, unfortunately, I have some, big debates of what to do. So I could go for the village and secure the first player token, but doesn't exactly do me much good if I was winning the next round because I would get the extra VP for it. So I think the better play for round 3 would be to supplant you in the summit. I think that would be a better play. Unfortunately, you still have 1 card left. You also have a lot of mastery. The world is your oyster over there, but I feel like this is a pretty good position here. I hope. I guess you could still push out the herb and get 2, but that would at least just tie us. So it's not a win. It just depends on what you do here. So your go. What do you got?
I keep hoping for better value here, but I think I am just gonna use the mastery ability here and stun each opposing highest star value card.
Oh man, oh no. I think, yeah, Jelly is just a 1, so I'm just gonna choose one of these Petalamanders that aren't doing me much good.
Okay. And then I am going to...
What is this last card?
Play a card from my hand. Unfortunately, it's already stunned.
Oh.
It's the shot of herb, so stun your 2. Doesn't do me much good there, but go ahead and move out the other shot of herb.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get that 2 that you mentioned, and yep, I'm going to tie things up in the summit there, and I'm going to hope that it's good enough.
Yeah, I was sweating. I was like, a single Lady Seer is all it would take to put my downfall over in the summit. But you can breathe a sigh of relief because all I have in my hand is a warder. So not going to be super impactful this round. Just pushing out this other Petalamander, setting up my Jelly Cane for some next round grading. But then I get to prepare something, and it's going to be the first card I draw. So what do I want to do? Amtar could be really good because I could get a lot of mastery, and I'm really low right now. Let's see. Stun each opposing 2, which would be your Jelly Cane. Actually, not that bad. I am going second, though, so you could easily push it aside. Hourglass not doing me too much because you don't have any defensive things. So yeah, I think I'm just going to prepare this Amptar. That feels like a powerful play for me. And that's it for me. That's it for you. So that's going to be the end of the round. You are absolutely crushing it in the Glade, so you'll get your 5 VP there and your free prepare.
Now I have to have the choice of what do I want to prepare. I think I'm... You know, I think I'm going to take the Inner Fire.
Okay, stun each opposing 1 or 3. So I have a feeling I know what you're going to be playing. All right. And you'll also take the first player token and 3 VP for winning the village, which now in hindsight, maybe I should have put some points there, but live and learn. And then we will both take 7 VP for the summit, which mainly just nullifies you gaining 7 more ahead of me. Was the whole point of that. So you are, funny enough, still 7 points ahead of me, though, at the end of this round. So we'll have to see how this is going to play out. Going into the final round. Boom. All right, I'll draw my Amptar here. I've got 1 card in my deck, so that means we got a cycle and grade. Man, that card would have been great to draw last round. That's how it be, though. Might do that. We could maybe do that. Both are only 2 VP more, so it's definitely between these two. Which one could I get more value off of? I think I could get more value off the Foresight. Also, the Foresight is worth more just to own, so makes sense. Makes sense to me. And then we just cross our fingers. Out of these 4 cards we draw is the Foresight. Okay.
All right, all ready?
Yep.
You know what's coming.
Yep. I could only imagine.
There's the Inner Fire. The opposing 1 or 3 slot, whichever is higher.
Okay. Oops. Let's deselect that. Well, there goes my free grade. Granted, funny enough, if I was to kick it out first, I didn't have anything in my prepared or discard, so it actually wouldn't have done me any good immediately. I would have to build into it, but it is what it is.
And I am kicking things out to the left to push out this Bubble Tactics to get me 2 power cubes here in either the Glade or the Village. I will go ahead and let's go in the Glade.
Okay.
All right, and that's it.
I have some big choices here. I think this is the card I want to do. We'll play our Amptar. I'm going to kick out my poor Jelly Cane that's stunned. Actually, I should probably do it the other way, right? I need to get that water going to the other direction, so I'm not going to be able to cycle back into another Jelly. I've accepted it. But the Amptar's effect, reveal the top card of your deck, grade it, or gain mastery equal to its own value plus 1. I think it's just going to be a 0, though. So I could just get me 1 little mastery here if I wanted to. So that is a choice, or I can just grade it. Grading it would get me 1 VP. This is one of those like real tricky, like what is the play? I don't know. My water is going to exit. That's going to give me that. Part of me just thinks get as much mastery as you can. Supplant. It's assuming
that's one way to do it.
Assuming it also doesn't get stunned on the way out. That's your choice. I think I'm going to... What happens to it? Reveal top card. Okay, so it goes... I can grade it, or it's going to go back down. That doesn't do me very much good, but I don't think the other card's much better. Oh, that's... Yeah, we're going to gain the mastery, I think. Come on. Hand work. There we go. Not super exciting, but it is something. Okay, here we go.
All right. I am going to go ahead and play out another Jelly Cane.
Oh, no.
I'm going to kick things over to the left. So I'm going to get 2 mastery, and then I get to get 1 power cube from my Shada Herb leaving over in the Glade or the Summit. I'm going to put it in the Glade and tie it up there, and that'll be it.
Okay. Well, I don't feel too bad about losing the Amptar. It's not the worst. It's not great, but it is what it is. So I think then we'll just keep on pushing. I'm going to play a jelly. That's going to push me up to 4. Your go.
I am going to play a warder here, and I get to prepare a card. Let's see. We'll just grab the magical melody here.
Okay.
And then this inner fire is going to go ahead and just exit and go to my discard.
Just going to inner fire on away. Okay. Goodness, I have so many, like, things. It's kind of stressful. Kind of stressful. I'm not going to lie. Alright, I'm going to play this Foresight. I'm going to push this Warder out. And the card I'm going to reveal is a Fury Potion. So I'm going to gain another... Oh, wait, no. Oh, we need to back that up. That's not a good play at all. Because then I would be overcapped. Alright, we're just going to spend it. I was trying to stall out as long as I could. But we're going to spend 4 Mastery. And I'm going to supplant 2 down here in the Summit. And that's it. Now that you know all the cards that are in my hand... A little extra, a little bit of foresight on your part, but your go.
All right, I am going to also use my mastery.
Yep.
And I'm going to stun the highest star value card in your plan.
I'm surprised you didn't play it last turn, honestly.
And then, well, yeah, I could do it in any order. I felt like, as long as you didn't, kick it out, but there was no chance it was going to get kicked out before I got to use my mastery, so.
Right, yeah. Makes sense. Once you saw that I went to the right with it.
Yeah. So now I get to play a card from my hand for the second part of that mastery ability. And I'm going to play Petalamander. I'm going to go ahead and kick out my Jellycane. So I will get to draw and then discard. I will just discard this Terrachick. And then I get to get the Jellycane exiting effect, which is to grade a card from my discard or preparation area. I'll go ahead and grade this Magical Melody.
Makes sense. Since it's the final round, you won't be able to draw it. And any cards in your prepared area will not count for victory. So makes sense to go ahead and grade it. Oh, the Magibee. I love the Magibee. It just showed up way late in this game, though. And I'm pretty sure I know both of these cards are vanillas. So drawing into them, not great. Not great at all. Well, let's go ahead and do this play now, since that was what I was going to do last time. Let's kick everything this direction. And I'm going to reveal that Fury Potion into my hand. So I'm going to supplant 2 anywhere I want and gain a Mastery. So let's go ahead and supplant 2. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll do it over here in the Glade. Glade's worth just 1 more VP than that middle one is. So, and then gain that Mastery. And then my Warder leaving, I gain a VP, and if it exits from 3, I gain another Mastery. Your go.
All right. I will go ahead and play another Petalamander, and I'm going to kick the things out to the right this time. And so the entrance for the Petalamander, I'll get to draw and discard. I will discard this Warder, and then the exit effect of the Lady Seer, I get to supplant and then draw and discard. So let's, I get to supplant either in the Summit or in the Village. I kind of like 1 cube for 3 points, but also in the Summit, if I supplant one of yours, it's kind of 1 cube for 4 points because we tie for second, so that seems a little bit more valuable there. I'll do that, and then I will draw and discard. I'll go ahead and discard this Lady Seer. All right, that's it for me.
Okay. I have a lot of choices. Oh, goodness. I'm not even sure what the best course of action is right now. So, think that and just do it in that order? Or do I do it in that? Do I gamble on the Foresight leaving effect? If I get it or not? I think we just go for it. Let's see what happens. I think I need a big ol' Hail Mary. So I'm going to play that Fury Potion out. I'm going to get a supplant 2. So I think I'm going to supplant 2 in the Village, since no one is there right now, for a good chunk of VP. And then I'm going to gain 1 Mastery Cube. And that's it. Your go.
Alright, well this is actually my last card, so I'm going to play out this Shot of Herb, I'm going to kick out my Jelly Cane here. So I'm going to stun your Jelly Cane.
Yep.
And then the Jelly Cane exiting from my plan is going to allow me to grade a card from my discard, since I have nothing in my prep area. Just make sure. So I will go ahead and grade this Inner Fire.
What's the difference there between the Inner Fire and your tactic?
The Bubble Tactics is only worth 2, but
Right.
the Inner Fire is worth 3.
But what's its other value? Its own value, though. Is it a 2 or a 1 owned value?
It's a 1 versus a 0.
Okay, so either way, then you're gonna net a positive 2. Either choice, then. Okay, just making sure. And let's see. So you're past, then. You're out of cards. So the world is my oyster, as they say. No one says it like that. Don't worry. All right, I'm gonna play a Lady Seer here. We're gonna kick our Foresight out. That's gonna allow me to throw a cube anywhere I want. I think over here in the summit is the way to go. Tie it for first, throw you into second. And then we're going to gamble on this Foresight, discard the top card of any deck, gain its exit effect, or gain VP equal to its own value. I'm going to once again go for the study and hope we get a better effect than last time. Oh, there is an exit effect. Ooh, +3 power and prepare 1. Wowzers. Okay, that is huge. So, yeah, and I'm going to go over here. And, yeah, I'll have my own turn of winning all 3 fields, it would seem.
Yes, you will.
So that will
It's gonna
go...
be a lot of points right at the end.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, so then nothing else I do is going to matter. Yeah, I can prepare 1, but that's not going to do any good because I'm not going to get any value off of it. And this last card in my hand's also not going to really do me any good. Actually, I wonder, should I gain the VP instead? Now that I think about it, instead of the 3 cubes, I think it makes more sense to gain the VP. Yep, alright, we're going to back that up since nothing has changed yet. And I'm actually going to choose to gain the VP, which is 2 of the owned value, instead of that. Because playing this last card in my hand, while it might not have any play effect that's relevant, I'll just grab a random card to prepare. It won't count. But my exit effect of Fury Potion is gain power equal to the number of mastery I have, which is exactly 3, the same as the other play was. But this way, I basically net an extra 2 VP by getting the grade value, or not grade value, the own value off of the Scroll of Healing with the Foresight. So, just a little bit of a change there. We'll see if it's enough. You're still, what, you're 4 points ahead of me right now. So, but I think that's about to change. So, end of game procedure. Well, end of round first. So, I'll get 5 VP here. You'll get 1. I'll get the first player token and 3 VP for winning the village, and then also I'll get an extra bonus 1 for end of game, gain 1, so I'll get 4. And then over here in the summit, I'll tie for first, get 7, but you will get second to get 4. And wow, with 1 round, like zooming past. Okay. Yeah. So, and then yeah, now we just do the value of our decks and graded zones. So
yep, prep cards, preparation area cards don't count, so anything you have over there isn't gonna do you any good.
Not at all. Got a little bit there. All right, and I did a lot of early game grading, so I'm kind of hoping that's gonna help. They're all little guys, but there is hope. And I'm done. All right. Is that the final tally there?
That's the final tally.
All right, 67 to 62. That was a good game. That middle, like, you definitely owned it in the middle there. Like, I had a big final round. That final round was huge, like, very, very close. But yeah, like, I felt like you had control of that game the whole time, and I was just playing catch up. So
yeah. Unfortunately, that last round, I had really no ways to get any more cubes. So I kind of drew that shot of herb a little too late in order to get power cubes and some other stuff. So it kind of just forced me to go to try to maximize my graded cards for as much value as I could in that final round.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you had a lot of power cards in like round 3 there, and you had like an explosive round 3, but then you didn't see any of those like big power play cards again, I guess. Not really sure.
Yeah.
But still a great game though. I enjoyed the back and forth. I felt the catching up the whole time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely a come from behind, not expected. That wasn't even expected on my part.
Yeah.
I just kind of like lucked into. She's not putting a lot of cubes out there. I just got to put a few in a few places, and I got a chance.
Yeah.
Like you look at the other times we scored the summit throughout that game, right? And it was just like mountains of cubes. And then the final round, it's like, oh, I got 2, you got 1. Like, wait, where'd all the mountains
Yeah.
of cubes in the battle go? Like, what happened in this final round? It's just a few cubes there. So it's kind of funny.
They were all hanging out over in the glade this time, in that final round.
Right. Yeah, you dumped the 3 in there at the early, then I got that supplant, and then that crazy final swing there at the end of the was the fury potion that exited. Yeah, because I didn't have enough cubes to use my my mastery, so I was like, well, at least I'll get some value out of the fury potion if I can get it pushed out and not get it stunned. So yeah, good game. I hope everybody enjoyed watching it. If you made it this far to the end and you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We're making more and more Academy content all the time, as well as, of course, we'll be getting back into Wildhearts, the card game, once we get past the Academy Kickstarter time frame, and then we can kind of spread it back out again for you guys. But while the Kickstarter is live for Academy, we're going to be doing a lot of playing Academy, right? I think that makes the most sense.
Absolutely. And it's a fun game, so makes sense to play it a lot as well.
Absolutely, and changing it up every time with the amount of players, with rivals, no rivals. There's so many ways to play it, and literally every game is completely drastically different. So it doesn't get old, which I really enjoy about any kind of game that I play. So, all right, with that, we will catch you guys in the next one.